Hey everybody, this is a clip from the latest episode of the Randi Rhodes Show. If you want the full episode, you can watch live on Free Speech TV, Dish Channel 9415, DirectTV 348, Sling, Roku, and AppleTV.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your
Trump
mind.
is up here at Walter Reed, and he is tweeting a lot this morning, at least 9 in just the last few minutes. But really, it is that surprise drive-by this morning that is causing so much concern. President Trump, whom experts say is likely still contagious, taking that drive-by just so supporters could see him out here for a few seconds.
It was a stunt that violated CDC guidelines and unnecessarily put the health of Secret Service agents at risk. The president breaking his quarantine at Walter Reed to do a drive-by for his supporters gathered outside the hospital. He's there in the back seat wearing a mask and waving. Others in the SUV with him exposed. Health experts say the president likely still contagious.
Oh my God.
Overnight, the White House saying in a statement appropriate precautions were taken, including PPE. The movement was cleared by the medical team as safe to do. But the administration's own CDC says any movement of a hospitalized COVID patient outside their room should only be done for medically essential purposes. And Walter Reed attending physician Dr. James Phillips saying the irresponsibility is astounding, adding every person in that car now has to quarantine for 14 days. They might get sick, they may die for political theater.
Oh! Holy crap. Happy Monday, everybody. So Donald Trump, or Don COVID Leone, what are we going to call him now? Don COVID. What are we going to call him? He can't even be sick properly. He can't even be sick properly. Okay, the Secret Service agrees to take a bullet for the president. They don't agree to be killed by the president. They don't agree to be infected by the president. This is just madness. This is absolute madness. And now he's tweeting that he's going to be discharged from wonderful Walter Reed tonight at 6:30. You know, if I were a vet in Walter Reed right now, recovering from some battlefield injury and all these trolls are outside the window with Trump flags and screaming and yelling and all this stuff, how in the hell do I recover? I mean, it's just the whole situation is so ugly, bizarre. It's loud, it's raucous, it's disrespectful, it's dangerous. It's just so unbelievable. So now all the Secret Service agents that were in the car for his little drive-by spreader event, they have to now quarantine from their families and everyone else for 14 days. That's how much of a crap Donald Trump still gives about anybody else. This is so vile. It's so bizarre. They say, you know, like when you get COVID, if you need oxygen early, you're really, really sick. And his doctor, who is a commanding officer in the Navy, he's got to follow orders from the commander in chief. And this dude, Conley, whatever his name, he's as lying as Dr. Ronnie Jackson, who he replaced. Dr. Ronnie Jackson, Dr. Feelgood, Dr. Hey, I'll give you something to go to sleep. I'll give you something to wake up. Here's some Provigil. Here's some Lunesta. You know, this guy who's literally running for office now in Texas. I tell you, they all lie, and it's dangerous. His dishonesty apparently is contagious too. So now he's saying he's leaving the hospital at 6:30. So you realize over the weekend he put out these proof of life videos, like hostage tapes. It was just so bizarre to see an American president signing blank pieces of paper in the same clothes that he wore the day he was admitted to the hospital, pretending that somehow he was doing work or some such thing, and then finding out that he got an experimental cocktail of Regeneron, which his lying Dr. Conley misspelled in his press release to the press. He literally misspelled the name of the drug that isn't available to anybody else right now because it's just in clinical trials. Donald Trump was given it early. Then he was given remdesivir, which is reserved for moderate to critically ill patients. And now we find out he's been given a massive dose of dexamethasone, a big giant steroid. For any of you, I've taken steroids. Have you taken steroids? Never? They're so fabulous. Oh, they make you so psychotically happy. They make you crazy happy. They make you really, really manic, and you feel very, very strong, and you could do everything. And if you're already one of those types of people that can do just about anything that life throws at you, you can handle, you can deal, you can cope, you can move. And then you take steroids, you're like, you think you're Superman, and there ain't no such thing as kryptonite, not even COVID. And so the president is on these massive doses of steroids, which are also indicated when you have, well, let's just call it hazy lungs. So he's on this wild cocktail of all these things, but he's checking out of the hospital. He's checking out of the hospital. Everything this man touches turns to crap. Everything, including himself. Apparently he's been, Chris Christie got it. Now, they say, oh, I love this tweet. Chris Christie checked into the hospital. He checked into the hospital as if it were Trump Tower, as if it were Trump Plaza, as if it were a golf course. You don't check into a hospital, okay? You have to have a physician saying you need hospitalization. He checked into a hospital out of an abundance of caution. No, he checked into a hospital out of an abundance of Chris Christie. You know, this is so unbelievable. I mean, it's like everybody that was at that Rose Garden ceremony for Amy Coney Phony Barrett or whatever for her, she may be shedding virus. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but everyone, there were like 200 people in this Rose Garden event last Saturday, and just about everyone got COVID. Either she's shedding virus or this whole nomination is cursed by Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And don't think we can't curse you from the dead. Oh, don't think that Jews can't do this. It's a superpower we have. Be very afraid. Our curses are exceptional. Do you know any of them? Oh, so one of my favorites is, may all your teeth fall out except for one. And may it give you a toothache for the rest of your life. Oh, these are good ones. These are really, really good ones. If somebody that you don't love particularly has a child and they're forcing you to like attend all kinds of and buy presents for that, you write on the card, may your child grow like an onion with their head in the ground. We can do it. So I'm believing now. You know how I told you it was like a Twilight Zone meets a Karmaic snow globe or some such thing. You know, somebody at the Wall Street Journal must have heard us because they wrote this whole article over the weekend about how it's not karma. Talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here. Yeah, they wrote the infection isn't karma. Yeah, right. Of course it's karma. He got exactly what he deserved. Exactly what, well, you know exactly what he deserves, right? He deserves to lose by 14 points. And guess what has happened? Joe Biden has opened up a 14-point lead. Oh, yeah, Joe Biden has. But real karma for this president, real karma would be having him chained to a rock while vultures ate his liver on Periscope Live. Do you know what I'm saying? But, oh no, they're writing, oh, it wasn't karma, it's not karma. They said, quote, the Wall Street Journal did, quote, Trump can set an example of optimism as he recovers. Yes, he can also set an example of reckless selfishness, total disregard for others, and pathological self-absorption by infecting everybody around him, which is what he did with that, you know, that beast, the presidential automobile. That thing is hermetically sealed, I'm sure you've heard. No air. Those those Secret Service guys, they're in trouble.